everyone, I'm Adrienne and welcome to my channel Handmade Every Day. I post videos about sewing on Saturdays most of the time, and in today's video I will do a jeans pattern comparison. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Today's video is all about making jeans. I will first go through some of the tips that will help you make this experience the most enjoyable that it can be, and also some lessons learned that I've learned while making probably more than dozens of pair of jeans. I've been making a lot and I tried different patterns, so that's why I thought that it would be interesting for me to do a pattern comparison. The patterns that I will be comparing today are the ash jeans, the ginger jeans, the dawn jeans, the Eddystone jeans that I'm wearing right now. This one is the latest pattern that was released. The oldest pattern in this review is the ginger jeans from Closet Case Patterns. And if you know these patterns, you'll notice that I will be comparing two stretch denim jeans pattern, which are the ash jeans and the ginger jeans, and also two non-stretch jeans, which are the dawn jeans and the Eddystone jeans. Which brings me to my first tip, which is to use the right material. So one of the mistakes that I've done in the past, and also very recently to be honest, is not to pick the right denim for the right pattern. So for the ginger and the ash jeans, you really need to have a stretchy denim, otherwise the look just won't be what you're expecting. You also need something that has some weight to it. I definitely made the ginger jeans, and also there's a jeans pattern from Sew Over It. I'll insert an image of the pattern on the screen. And I've made these two with like so lightweight denim, like probably 8 to 10 ounces, and it just wasn't enough, and you really get this jegging kind of look. I also made a complete video about the ginger jeans, so it's one of my first videos, so please bear with me, because at first I was sewing a PDF pattern and assembling, and then working with a PDF pattern. So just goes to tell you how long it's been in my journey. And I mean, not that I've been sewing forever, but it's just that it was really at the beginning of my sewing journey. So please be kind when you watch this video. If you do, and you'll see, I'll insert shots of me wearing these jeans. I don't have them anymore because they were not fitting very well, but anyway, my point with this is to say that these jeans were made with a material that was way too thin, which made these jeans look like jeggings. So that would be my number one tip, to really pick the right material. Like with these jeans, I really like them and the pattern is good, but I think the reason why I love them so much is because this is Japanese denim from Blackbird. It's non-stretch and it's really what this pattern calls for. Also, with picking the right material, I would suggest that you look at the jeans that you own that you like, and you notice the details that they have, so then you can reproduce jeans that will have these similar details. So if none of your jeans have contrasting top stitching, then don't sew jeans with contrasting top stitching, because you won't be satisfied with them. It's definitely a mistake that I've made in the past with these ginger jeans as well. The top stitching was so contrasting, and at the time I had 0 pants with contrasting top stitching, which led me to be disappointed with these jeans. Also, you shouldn't use top stitching thread in your bobbin. It makes the whole thing super bulky and you just shouldn't do that. So also, change the setting of this top stitching stitch. For my machine it's 3.5. Just look at it. It's usually a little bit longer than your usual stitch. Like my default stitch length for my machine is 2.5, and for top stitching I use 3.5. And I have a Brother HE 130. I will link this in the description box below. Another thing that I want to bring up is that rivets are not mandatory. Both pairs of handmade jeans that I wear the most, of the ash jeans, and I didn't install rivet on them, and it really doesn't matter that much. Anyway, to me, it is a very nice touch, but they're such a hassle to install, and they can definitely break your product. Like on these jeans, I installed this rivet, but it's the ones that are longer, that the pole is longer, and you have to cut it and then install the little cap, and I didn't cut it enough, so it poked through the cap. And now I cannot really remove it and leave it as is, because there's a hole in my jeans, because that's how these rivets works. They really poke a hole, so you really need to be careful. You should practice on a scrap of fabric before, and just make sure that you have the right instrument. And finally, about the material, I will go back to the denim. Usually denim comes in 8, 10, 12, 16 ounces. Under 12 ounces, I would say that it's lightweight denim, and then over 16, I would say that it's really heavyweight denim. Spandex is often added to denim for comfort, between 1 to 4%, so that's something that you really want to look into. Also with the denim, make sure that you verify in which direction the stretch is, because I've made the Mia jeans from Sew Over It, and the denim was stretched on the vertical length of the fabric and not the horizontal, so I cut the jeans the regular way, following the pattern's instruction. But again, the pattern instruction is kind of like valid or works for jeans that is stretched on the horizontal, on the width of the fabric. So you can imagine that the jeans weren't fitting me because the stretch was not in the right direction. It was like lengthwise and not width, and not on the width. So that didn't work out, and I made this mistake twice. So really make sure that you verify that when you do stretch jeans. Okay, so now we get to the comparison part of the video. The biggest difference in the construction of the ginger jeans and the ashy jeans is the fly construction. So I spoke with a lot of seamstress about making jeans and about the fly front construction, and I know that most people that I spoke to in the community, like that I know, prefers the construction method of the ginger jeans, and I kind of agree to that because the Itch to Stitch uses the same method. Well, I'll go like more in detail later in the video, but it's a little bit different, and I think it's easier. Like for a while I really liked better the Megan Nielsen one, because I think that's the one that I practice the most. I probably made like 5 pairs of ash jeans and 6 pair of Dawn, so I did this method a lot more than I did the ginger jeans. I think I did only 1 pair of ginger jeans, and I did 1 pair of Eddystone jeans. The biggest difference is that for the Itch to Stitch pair of jeans and the Closet Case pattern pair of jeans, you basically base the fronts together all the way to the top, and then you open up the fly extensions. So the fly extension is connected to the front leg, and then you install the zipper. So that's this method of construction. And then the other method is that you do not assemble the both fronts together. You just lay them on top of each other, and then you assemble the zipper to the fly. But the fly extension is a separate piece than the front, and then you assemble these. And then the only part that you baste is the bottom underneath the fly up to the crotch. So that's where you do the basting, and then you unpick that and you do your double row of top stitching. The other part of the pattern comparison is the measurements. One of the most important measurements, well, I guess there's 2 important measurements when you're picking a jeans pattern. A jeans pattern is the front rise and the back rise. So that measurement goes from the top of the waistband up to the like crotch, I guess, and then the top back measurements, the top back waistband to the like where it meets the front, basically the front legs. Yeah, I'll go into these, like I measured all of them for the pattern size that I made, and it will give you a little bit of an idea of how these pattern compares within each other. So I'll just look at my notes. So the ginger jeans I made a size 8, the ash jeans I made a size 28, the Dawn jeans I made a size 10, the Eddystone I made a size 4 at the waist and 6 at the hips. I would say that the Megan Nielsen jeans run a little bit small. I'm making a 10 for the Dawn jeans, but I really should make a size 12. So I will first talk about these jeans, the Eddystone. The adjustment that I made is I lowered the rise by 2 centimeters. This pattern is drafted for people that are like 5'5", and I'm 5'2 3/4". So I usually I also like shorten here. There's a lengthening and shortening line, and I shorten it by 1 inch and then 2 inches at the calf. I could probably use a little, like probably an inch extra, but I don't really mind having these like on the shorter side. For the size that I made, the front rise length is 26 centimeters and the back rise length is 39.5. I really like them. Another adjustment that I made is that I placed these back pockets a little bit higher because I thought they were sitting a little bit low. And yeah, I really like them. Another big difference between the Eddystone jeans and the Dawn jean is the front pocket. So as you can see, this front pocket on the Eddystone goes all the way to the front fly. That really helps the pockets to stay in place, and it's something that I really like. I also feel like it keeps your belly a little bit like more in. Don't know how to explain that in better words. And you totally don't need that. I mean, your belly can be as free as it wants, but I like that. It makes me feel more confident. So that's definitely something that I like about these jeans, and I just wanted to mention quickly. I'll grab my pair of Dawn jeans. So just to show you the difference, this is a pair of Dawn jeans I made earlier this year. It's not my latest pair, but see the pockets, they finish up right here in comparison to these jeans that they go all the way to the front line. So this is a pair of shorts and it's based on the Dawn jeans. What I did is just I measured 5 inches from the crotch to the hem, and I cut it there and I fold over the hem. So that's how I did these. And I also added a cute like embroidery detail in the back pocket. I feel like this is a good way also to making jeans a little bit more special. Like I've made a lot and I really like that, but I feel like I get a lot of very similar pair of jeans, so that's a good way that you can make them very unique. So the Dawn jeans, I lowered the rise by 5 centimeters because these are really high-waisted. Normally these I measured them, and I'll also insert like pictures of me and just to show you how I measured this. You need to remove like the seam allowance, and you need to put the front with the waistband, and then like be careful that you overlap the seam allowance so that you get the real length. And the length for the Dawn jeans, the front rise length is 31.5 centimeters and the back rise is 43.5 centimeters. So you can guess that like these jeans, even if I lower the rise, they go over my belly button, and maybe my belly button sits like right here. So these are really high-waisted. So I guess that would be one difference. Also, I'll insert pictures of me comparing the front rise. It's very similar, and the back rise is really similar as well. I would say that the biggest difference we'll see in this video is on the ginger and the ash jeans. I think that both are very good patterns. There's 2 options on the Eddystone. So there's the girlfriend cut, and that's the one I did, and then there's a boot cut or something, a little bit like a wider leg. So if you're interested in that. So with the Dawn jeans, you have the tapered leg, you have the straight leg, the wide leg, and you have a short too. Why I didn't use like the lines for the shorts and these pattern pieces, to be honest, I didn't really remember that it existed, so that's why. So very nice pattern, but it's really high-waisted. So if you're a shorter person like me, you might have to do more adjustment on the length and on the rise. And then my most worn and absolutely favorite pattern, the ash jeans. I think what makes me like these jeans so much is the denim. It's an Italian denim that I bought at Club Tissu. It has the perfect weight, the perfect stretch to my taste, so that makes them the most comfortable. The front rise for the ash jeans is 26.5 and the back rise length is 39.5. And I lowered the rise by 1 centimeter. So you might have noticed the back rise and the front rise are very similar to the Eddystone jeans, and they fit approximately at the right place. So they fit at the same place. I mean, so my belly button is right here. So they're really similar, like these length, and that's probably another factor that makes me like these so much and like the Eddystone so much as well. So since I don't have the ginger jeans now, I had to go back and look at my pattern review, and the fit was so bad when I first pasted them together. I'll insert pictures, but it was gapping so much. The hips were fine and the thighs were fine, or were also fine, but the waist was gapping, like it was terrible. I remember removing, like, and my nose, that's what they say, that I removed 3.5 inch at the yoke, which makes the waistband look so weird because it's all like crumbled together. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see with the pictures. So that fit was not alright for me. I also had trouble with the front, like, crotch. I had some weird like lines, and it wasn't working for me. And you'll see that the front and the back rise are very different from the ash jeans. So to me, like, the ginger jeans were just not working, and you can see that if the ash jeans works, the ginger wouldn't work because the shape is so different. So I probably, like, one lesson learned is that I should have sized down at the waist like I did with the Eddystone, and that's something that I didn't do because it was like I was so early on my sewing journey. But I would definitely make a muslin for this pair of jeans, like all of these patterns obviously. But yeah, but these like just didn't work out, and that's why I don't have like any jeans to show you. I would say that the ginger jeans come with so much tutorial on the ginger jeans on the Closet Case Patterns blog. It's so valuable input. You can see like the typical drag lines and fitting issues that you might encounter while making jeans. You also have amazing like back pocket top stitching, like designs if you're interested, and the content to sew the front fly. And then she also has a YouTube video about how to install rivets and the like jeans button, so that's very valuable as well. So for all these reasons, I think it's good to encourage Closet Case patterns. The pattern just didn't work for me. So this is it for my jeans patterns comparison. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel so far, please subscribe, and I would love to hear in the comments below if you ever made a pair of jeans, or if it's something that you plan to do, or if it's something you never want to try, and we can get the conversation started. Happy sewing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!